My mother kept giving him wine, and she cooked a big meal for us, and I had just a fond memory for that evening because it was just me and Gary in the kitchen. All right, so enjoy the video.
I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and everybody's going to say, fuck you. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
I also would like to invite Eve, Gary's sister, up here if she would like to say anything. Eve? Yes, Gary has a beautiful sister named Eve.
I don't really want to say anything.
Would anybody like to come up and say any funny Gary stories?
I got a Gary story.
Okay, good.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Vanya. I'm the youngest pussy. I didn't join up until 1983, so that's why I'm so youthful. But this room, late 80s, we're doing a show, pretty good mosh pit out here, and toward the middle of the first, well, we only did one set, the meat puppets come rolling in, blasting through the crowd, the meat puppets right in front of Gary to see his wonderful antics because they were good buds and they liked him so much. And Gary did not disappoint. He did not disappoint. So, sky above, earth below, fire within. Just can't stop. Here's a little bit of Gary Russell. Rah, just a snippet. Saw her on a billboard walking down the street. Got so fucking horny, had to beat my meat. I wonder if her manager would give a damn if I went stop my hot dog and a bearded clam. I just wanna fuck Brooke Shields under the stars above. Ooh, I just wanna jump through the field, yeah, fucker. Full of jungle. That is Mr. Gary Russell.
Jack, come on. You have some Gary stories. I don't have any. Oh, well, yeah.
This side.
That didn't happen.
Well, you know, so everybody has Gary stories, right? You knew it. I didn't really get to know Gary until much later in the late 80s, early 90s. I was in international language for a time towards the end there. And so we played with Killer Pussy a lot. So I would watch Gary banter with Johnny. They're up there bantering together now, I'm sure. I'm sure somebody's listening. But so Gary would go on about my saxophone playing, which of course I didn't know how to play saxophone. I just did it. So Gary would go on, man, you'd be up there wailing along. You were just so great. You know, how'd you do that? And I go, well, I didn't know what I was doing. And he goes, really? He goes, I thought you were just like out there. And I go, well, yeah. I was just never in anywhere to get out of it, you know. So, so I love Gary. We had a great time together, and you know, it's gonna miss him. So, goes to Gary.
Yeah.